So, I heard you're an evil Equus. It's evil genius, not evil genus.
It takes a certain intellect to understand organic classification and humor. But one such funny who is always of people
Machinations.
machinations, followed by explaining exactly what machinations means, is evil genius Twilight. Oh, Twilight's not evil, she's cute. You see, my dear, I think I'm being followed.
Me too.
And I appreciate every one of you, except the ones who send in a question about punishment. Seriously, it's been done already. Flannel Scratch, profusely known as DJ Pone 3, professionally, has a rare talent of creating music from other music. She lives in Ponyville with Octavia and commutes to Canada to perform. Her sound system is capable of causing major damage. Do not let her crank it up to 11 unless it is a major emergency. Defense, friendship, secrecy, unique, helpful. There has been one authorized development of base canon. The rest we found out about the next morning from broken windows and dazed ponies. If you want to see more of Vinyl in her room, click Ask Vinyl and Octavia. What do you think of main dryers?
The kind I have really blow.
Also, I had to click on the picture to see it better.
Yeah. Unlike my humor, I keep it clean.
Hey, Pun,
sorry.
how do you keep your mane so well groomed?
Take pride in your appearance, and the rest will turn up naturally.
Well, that's true. Hey, Pun Pony, how do you get your mane to stay like that all the time?
A bit of styling, Joe. So even if I'm in a bad mood, my hair won't pull a Pinkamena.
She's so cute. Okay, now we're back and gotta play scroll down, I guess? Oh, it's loading. loading. There you go. I'm gonna open you up in the
You
app.
can't mail Gat. Why not? There are rules against posting spoilers.
Yes, don't post spoilers and don't freeze on me. Internet Slayer. Fuck you. What the fuck? Sorry, somehow I went from page 36 back to 35, and I don't know how. Okay, here we go. Apparently, I'm also not allowed to mail the same package twice, because there's also rules against repost. You can check out Derpy working hard to get file for the Daily Derp. What are you called, Pun Pony?
Because if somebody called me Slatter Bartafest, I wouldn't respond.
Don't worry, I know exactly where my tail is. Sneaks up and surprise hugs you and runs away yelling, "You're awesome." Awesome.
Where'd you learn to do that? The mare has to know how to protect herself if she travels like I do.
Sunday morning, and I were just enjoying a nice meal when one of my fans decided to be a bit overly affectionate. I can't exactly tell her I'm in the night guard, so I tend to exaggerate how much traveling I do as the royal top Ponymus.
Ponymus.
Have you ever hung out with a robot?
I blame you for this.
If you If you'd also like to hang out with the most radical robot in Bonneville, swing over to ask Scootabot. Do you have some close friends, or do other ponies run away to evade your puns?
Friends are the family
Oh,
you choose.
oh, that's so precious. And 10 seconds later, after that picture was taken, everybody died. I've been blessed with such wonderful friends. Why do you think bronies are so... Oh, Nancy.
Why do you think bronies are so enamored with our world? An 18 to 25 male demographic is primarily worried about education, employment, or both. The idea of their natural talent being affirmed, displayed, and a source of employment must be very appealing.
Yeah, it's true. I suppose love would be a lot more difficult without a cutie mark. We take for granted that each of us has a special talent and knows what that talent is without question, except trouble, shoes, or whatever his name was. When Dachi is sick, does she feel under the weather?
Sorry, that joke went over my head.
I think when a Pegasus pony gets ill, they feel over the weather instead of under it. It's funny. Have you met Pinkamena?
More like Pinkamini.
Fortunately, you can't buy the kind of stuff she was buying to set up her basement without the guard force becoming suspicious. Fair point.
I thought you said you had spreadsheet experience.
I would no tales. I have spread many ships. Marigold has such a hard time finding good help at her business. If there was one weakness she has in her company, it's that she avoids delegating authority. Care to bro with me?
Not again.
Bro? Ooh. Aw, I guess she's fixing it. It's nice of her. I suppose even the fourth wall is cracking up for my jokes. Oh, that's funny.
Has the trend of ponies doing their own repairs hurt your business?
You kidding? I get the most of my business repairing what they fixed. It seems Fuchslight is doing quite brisk business, fixing all the damage that happens to Ponyville on a regular basis. If you'd like to hire the service of a pony who specializes in flood repair, check out Ask Fuchslight. What is your favorite kind of animal?
The tasty kind.
Oh my god! And yes, I'm quite able to distinguish between my pet hare and what's for dinner. Oh, he's an evil, meat-eating pony.
What's with all the male sheep? I heard you were looking for a ram upgrade.
There's a robotic doppelganger though. Hang on, Tumblr. You should check her out over at Ask It About Idol.
Hey Magpie, I brought you some snacks for a jewel thief. Thanks. What are they? Safe crackers.
There's a certain Pegasus pony with a talent for acquiring things she wants, regardless of who currently owns them. Perhaps we can get her adventure to start up again if more folks go check out Ask Magpie.
What are you in here for? I forgot to take my wallet out of my dress before sending it to the cleaners. How is that a crime? Money laundering.
I'd ask what Pinkie Pie is in for, but the answer would probably damage the logic center of my brain. That didn't it already? What did your parents do as punishment to you when you were bad as a child?
Quiet
Quiet
time.
time. Oh. This was such a cruel and harsh punishment. I was wondering, I've no seen cars in Equestria. Why are there tires?
Tires are relics from the time near the end of the first Pony Age. What they were for is still a mystery.
We found one documentary about the end of the first age of Pony. You can see it here. Do you have a morning ritual, like styling your mane or brushing your teeth?
I'm from Canterlat, so I'm used to wearing more clothes than is normal in Ponyville. How I style my mane for the day is how I express how I'm feeling. If I'm feeling energetic and silly, I leave it rough and fluffy. Though this is my standard style for going about town. And this is reserved for formal events. Wink.
A lady must always take pride in her appearance, but that pride should come eternally rather than from external approval. Oh no. Why did Derpy hit an egg with an axe?
I'm more concerned about the fact that Derpy has an axe.
What genius decided to give Derpy an axe? Let's see if she has calmed down by now by picking it on her at the Daily Derp. Oh, stop it. Your conjecture about the elements of harmony are mostly reasonable, if a bit affected by the skewed personal perceptions. It seems like you've had a bit of history with some of them, and perhaps have preference for the element of laughter. I think your system of flashlight is a little unfair, though I know you live in Canada, so I may be somewhat easy to forget. But nature is not autonomous, so professing that she's causing them to be unable to live on their own is sort of ludicrous.
7,352 bits. That's how much damage the Paris Sprites did to the town. Don't forget the incident with Celestia's Phoenix and the Gala Stampede. She's an animal hoarder and needs help.
Wow, yes. Wow, yes, that is so true. Good intentions and poor implementations are a bad mix.
How do I fill out a form by filling it in?
What the world really needs is more love and less paperwork. So true.
I just need more supplies to finish this bridge. But if I buy the materials, I won't have enough bits in case an emergency comes up. Maybe you should take it out a bridge loan. What's a bridge loan? It's a term for a short-term business loan that covers cash shortfalls. Hello?
What? Sorry, I think froze. Oh my god, I gotta get back to it. Bridge. You're just jealous that I'm fabulous. Okay, wait. No, unload. Internet slow. Okay, there we go. Okay. My friend Sandy turned to Marigold for some business advice, handling her construction business. You can see more of her over at Ask Sandy Pony. What would it be like? What would it be like is you went to school with Derpy? God, I read my thing.
Oh, I wasn't in Ponyville until the last few years, but from what I heard, Derpy dropped out of school to raise Dinky. That's no small sacrifice. I honestly don't know what I'd have done in that situation.
My parents always told me to be careful around the stallions when I was younger, and thus I have the luxury of being secure financially before deciding how many foals I want to have. Oh, but it's cute though. Can you build a doghouse?
With a little help from my friend Jade Shine. Woo, woo, woo. And now for the finishing touch. Yay, my own
Oh, that's so cute.
What?
My friend Jade Shine helped me out in building a doghouse for Bright Eyes. She's a nice foal who has a vision problem, so I got her into the guide dog program. Unfortunately, I filled out the wrong forms, so she's in the program trying to be a seeing eye dog. Uh, That's so cute. Oh my god. Oh my, what is this? So, where do you get the inspiration for your jokes?
The inspiration comes from the place where the spirit of language rides in agony, as the verbal mastication sunder its very essence into humor. My mind!
Okay, okay, I just want to say something. Dex, that needs to be the thumbnail video for the video. That nightmare. It's a dark, scary, wonderful place in there. 10 bits for a ticket. That's outrageous. Last time I was here, it was a single bit for a double feature.
You're in for a treat. We have both color and sound now.
The local theater pony in Ponyville, owned by Moving Slate. She's a nice pony who lost most of her memories, except that she can remember any film she has ever seen. Perhaps you can help her recover memories by checking out Ask Movie Slate and giving her a movie to watch. How do you feel about snakes?
I have a baby hare as my pet, so any snakes near my home will meet my hoof.
Oh, you're so cute! She's so funny! I love my pet hare, Wit. She's the nicest gift I've ever received from the Tumblr folk. Aww. So, what do you think of that cupcake story?
That's
Oh,
fine.
sorry. I know.
So, what do you think of that cupcake story I gave you? It was absolutely horrible and totally unrealistic. Using a single stitch for untreated dead flesh would have fallen apart in less than 3 days. But she built the dress over a period of 4 months.
That's certainly a unique criticism from those stitches about the cupcake story. You should check out my fabric May neighbor over at Ask Stitches. How many puns fit in a library?
1 minus Twilight.
Most folks around that I was a librarian before Twilight moved in, using a royal decree to take over the library. When I agreed to let a visiting student on royal business stay in the library for a few days while I was in Candlelit, I didn't think she'd turn a few days into as long as she wants. I think that hilarious mouth of yours is going to get you killed someday. Part of
me died.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Part of me died at the cafe with Evershine. The rest isn't allowed to die until she is avenged.
If you're not familiar with why I'm in the Night Guard, perhaps you should review my backstory.
I once had a boyfriend who was like a bar of chocolate. How so? He was smooth and sweet, but he just wanted to get on my hips.
These puns are so good, they hurt. And they're also so bad. Loveless is a pony whose products I relied upon a bit heavily when Dr. X-Ray broke up with me. Chocolate. You can check out Ponyville Premier Chocolatier over at Ask Lovelace. What's Twilight up to? Is her schedule booked?
That's a more polite word than the one I'd have used, but yes.
If she didn't have booked to manage her schedule, I think that pony would get lost between waking up and breakfast. So, what about this math problem? 2 plus 2 equals fish.
Only for very fishy values of 2.
Don't even get me started on fruity values of 3. Stop it. So, what do you think of Twilight being princess?
She's now a royally bad book.
I wonder if the question meant a certain less famous Twilight. Running gag. Running gag loves telling jokes in marathon races, often ranking the race pacing of her opponents with a face-inducing joke. After several unflattering pictures appeared on of her on the winner's podium, she has taken severe measures to stay in thin for the cameras at the finish line. Have you ever seen an invisible jet?
Riding the invisible jet is a Pegasus term for flatulence while flying.
That's why no plane lives underneath or downwind in Cloudsdale. Wow, this is interesting. Jake, so I choose not to eat meat?
Eating meat is a rather expensive and acquiring it is socially awkward. Many ponies don't even know they're able to eat meat.
Wild pork and chicken are raised locally in Croatia. You can only get to beef by importing it from Griffin lands, and fish are imported from sea ponies. Pun, what does the scatter say about our followers?
There are over 9,000.
I think it's somewhere in the Tumblr end user license agreement that you have to make this joke. The knights who say me?
Say, Arrowhead, do you have a leg joint?
Yes. Wait a minute. Knights who... You got a shrubbery, don't you?
Maybe.
Because I have a report here from the Royal Gardens about a missing bush. Arrowhead is a bit sharper than, oh, when I was a girl, whatever, I made her a dude, than her fellow guard ponies, though that's not saying much. You can see her and her patriots over at Ask for in-depth guard ponies. Sorry. Hey, Pun, has anybody ever given themselves a concussion from face-shifting at your delightful brand of humor?
Some have been so bad that we now call the facial ice packs pun bags.
Ow. If I get a big enough crowd to face a red one, this sounds kind of like applause for a moment. That's a nice way to look at it. What are some of Pun Pony's favorite shows?
I used to be a professional comedian. My show was awesome. I miss those days.
Canceling my ended show was one of the hardest things I've ever done. You know, you could just like dye your coat and your mane and just put on disguise and do it again. I heard he's. Oh, yeah.
I heard you spent most of last night on a bender. Yeah, I chipped a tooth on his shiny metal ass.
For some reason, this artwork kind of reminds me of slightly Rick and Morty.
It's Futurama.
Oh.
Bender
I guess.
is the name of the robot.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I guess it wasn't the kind of bender I was thinking of. If you'd like to see more of the Down Alcoholic Consumption Specialist, check out Ask Fairy Bunch. You must be an author. You, Cutie Mark, is great plotline.
I'm just glad I'm not an editor. Questions you folks submit are crimes against grammar, spelling, and punctuation.
Some of the questions, again, aren't so much questions as they're excerpts of mental diarrhea. Can you read?
No, it's too small. I'm the authority on place names as the royal toponymist. I run the local library and I collect rare books as a hobby. If I couldn't read, then I'd be an incredible actor to successfully fake it for so long. Plus, if the answer was no, then there would be no way to answer your question.
Oh, Tumblr, sometimes I feel like you're not even trying with these questions. Do you believe in urban legends?
Urban legends, those are just rural legends.
There seems to be something wrong with the signal today. So, you have any spare coffee?
I have an acquaintance that can help you out.
This is among Sunshine Morning's employees, who you can check out at Ask Coffee Pot.
I only drink to study myself. Sometimes you get so steady you can't move.
Apparently, if the world feels like it's spinning, you drink until it feels perfectly still, or you pass out. You can see more Ponyville's alcohol consumption expert at Pat's Berry Punch. It is always good to see your front, but I'm more glad to see your back. Hello?
Hello?
I read my thing.
Oh. It may be a lot of maintenance, but I'm rather fond of this style.
What?
Wrong thing. You're on the and so what's so special about this one? It's the one above it.
Oh. What's so special about this one? Some ponies sent in a comment with proper punctuation, grammar, and spelling.
Thank you so much. Have you ever thought about changing your mane style? I heard short manes are all the rage this season.
It may be a lot of maintenance, but I'm rather fond of this style.
I'm not going to rely on some hair growing potion or still if I change my mind about a short mane. Those magically grown hair is far more brittle than the real thing. Why are fillies so damn cute?
Because if we didn't find them cute, they'd just be annoying.
Oh my god. I get they're really eager to discover their cutie marks. Perhaps they should show a bit of restraint. As Marigold would say, past a certain point, there's an exponential decrease in likelihood of discovering one's cutie mark relative to the efforts put towards discovery.
Why are you dressed as Shredder? Because splinters are my enemy.
Night is tomorrow. Some of us are getting into our costumes early. My night guard costume still needs some work. Ponyville's resident carpenter expert Sandy has a great costume. You can check out our external war against splinters over at Ask Sandy Pony. Oh. Marigold Melanie, adventure capitalist, Dr. Adorable Minion 01, Pun, Night Guard, Sunshine Morning, Royal Guard. It's Nightmare Night time for candy costumes Sunday morning, and I made our costumes together out of cardboard when Melanie and Rubik used some of Rubik's lab equipment for theirs. As for Marigold, I think she put hers together at the last minute. At the last minute, I think Melanie wins best costume for her Dr. Adorable outfit. Oh, it's so adorable. Would you stop shucking math? One of these. This can't be ball. It looks far too old. Yeah, can we do this? My theory of golf is that a bunch of fellas long ago were doing things in the afternoon they didn't want their ladies finding out about, so they got together and made up a sport they could use as excuse. But where they were all afternoon, the ladies then got together and since the sun coming with the fellas one afternoon, and thus the fellas actually had to play the sport they had made up, and golf was born. Yeah, I can totally see that. We're on the Hey Rubik, I got you a picture.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hey, Rubik, I got you a picture of Prince Blueblood.
Okay, why?
You said you were looking at Blue Prince.
Thanks. It's very sweet of you. Rubik certainly handled this one with grace. She was so happy that he didn't tell her he actually said Blue Prince. Oh, it's sweet.
That reminds me of fingerprints. Yeah, no.
Good night, folks.
Good night, everybody. Hey, Rainbow Dash, one of the clouds fell down the street to the street. No problem, I'll get it.
That was awesome. If you'd like to see more of the resonant sentient pony-shaped pile of lint, that's my theory anyway, check out Ask Flufflepuff. And Rainbow Dash was never seen again.
You sold my husband a diamond band yesterday, but it's the wrong size.
No problem, madam. I can adjust the hoof size easily.
You don't understand. You sold him a 1-carat size, and I take a 5-carat size.
Some mares of the Ponyville think it's going to be just like Candlelight. They're in for disappointment.